Now let's get some more raster data, and we'll go to the national map. National map, USGS, and here we go to the viewer and download platform. What we're going to look for is some elevation data around the city of Fairbanks. I think you'll notice a familiar look. And we have Alaska here. And the trick is to get close enough to the area that you want to see and zoom in on. So now maybe turning some features on over here. We're assuming that this is the area that we need, and you need to have some knowledge of the area. So hopefully we're in the right spot. So I'm going to download some data, and you can draw a box around the data that you want. I make the assumption that this is the right spot. And whatever is available here, these are not available. Okay, but we could get elevation in this area. Clicking next, and we just go down through and select. And again, I had just asked for elevation data. Places this in a cart for us. We go to checkout. If we go back and look, what they send us is a group of links. And there's all sorts of stuff here. It's kind of difficult to figure out what you've got. But if you do, and I've been through this once before, so I wouldn't expect that you would have an idea what we're doing here, but it's kind of a trial and error to an extent, finding what it is that you really are after. Okay, so what I've done now is I've downloaded one piece of this, and I'm going to put it in to assignment 3. And you can see it's a zip file, and I've put a couple extra ones in here as well. And if you click on this and we go to Zip Genius and extract here, okay, then back to our map. So our map of Alaska, I've got the airports on there. I think I'll turn those off. We have Alaska roads, and now we're looking to add some whatever we can. What did we just get? So I'm going to go and look at for vector layers first. Okay, so we looks like we have some sort of an index here. And the index is laying over the top of our work. So we could take this index. This is an index of all the digital elevation mapping. So we probably want to be able to see through this. So we'll make it fairly thin. And then going to the identify, and we've activated this level. This was the area we were interested in here, sort of where this main road is. So we identify that, and we can see that that's a file ID of 65 looks like north 65, west 148. And so we could identify each of these file names, and that's the benefit of an index to show you. So we could, find these 6 values. We would be looking all the way around here. Now, I'm going to look for this particular one. This is 65 west 148. Finding that from the list here by hovering and looking down through, finding finding that particular value, hopefully in the list here someplace, and downloading it, extracting it, and then going back through. So at this point then, now we know what we're looking for, 65 west 148. We would extract that. This should be a raster file. And if you notice, I have already downloaded this 65 west 148. And in here, we're going to look for our value. Okay, so we're looking for the data. This has been unzipped. And one of the key answers as to which one it is to look for the ones that are fairly large. So this one's a nice big file. So I'm going to grab that one and open it up. And you can see it's loaded the digital elevation right in the area where I had an interest. So I'm going to turn off the index and turn off the identify, and now we can zoom in and take a look at what we've got here in this region. Okay, so the national map allows us to look at all sorts of components. You zoom to the area that you have an interest in and select the download data. Draw a box, and these are the values that you can extract. So we could get imagery, elevation, land cover, contours. You need to be a little bit careful here because you're going to be downloading a tremendous amount of data. It could take hours to bring them across. So it's important to recognize, limit the area that you're after and so on. Once you've done it once, it will go through here and it'll give you information that you can select: boundaries, geographical names, map indices, and so on. Go down and select what you're after, and then hit next. And then you're going to get an ability to download and bring that data to your own computer.